one notable exception. Congressman Will Hurd is a Texas Republican. He represents the border district, and he says he thinks it's the most expensive and least effective, in his words, way to do it, and that they should use smarter technologies, but he is in the minority here.
Okay, so otherwise the party pretty united when it comes to this.
Yeah, and Paul Ryan has said as much.
Well, Paul Ryan, the House Speaker, says the other thing Republicans are going to be doing at this retreat is sorting out how to replace Obamacare. That there's the whole repeal and then replace thing. They've taken the first steps towards repealing it. What about a replacement? What do you think, Stan?
The Speaker and the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell outlined the year ahead yesterday to their colleagues, and they want to have a bill to President Trump's desk by early spring that they say would repeal key parts of the law and include still to be determined some option of replacement plans. One example of the things they're talking about is if in this bill they were to repeal that individual mandate and instead create new tax credits to incentivize people to buy insurance, not tell them they have to have it, they would do that in one bill. And then throughout the course of the year, do other little fixes. I'm told they're not talking about doing one big, massive healthcare bill. Don't expect a Trump care bill, is what one said to me. And that they would do little scattershot bills throughout the year. Another idea they're talking about that would be a separate bill is a bill that would let people buy insurance across state lines. Now, these aren't final. They're not necessarily going to do that, but that's what they're talking about.
A lot to talk about. It's going to be a very busy early part of 2017. That is NPR's congressional correspondent Susan Davis in Philadelphia, where Republicans are holding their annual retreat, talking about their agenda for the coming year. Sue, thanks as always.
Thank you.
And you're listening to Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm David Green.
And I'm Steve Inskeep.
This is 90.9 WBUR. Bob Oakley with Robin Young is in to talk about the news at noon on Here and Now. Good morning.
Morning to you. And as we just heard, Republican leaders at GOP are going to be meeting in Philadelphia with President Trump, Vice President Pence. Love to be a fly on that wall. We will take you as close as you can get. We'll be having all the coverage. Wondering how these GOP leaders who have spoken out against Donald Trump's, request for an investigation into voter fraud. And Republican leaders have said, well, there is no voter fraud. Or his saying he wants to go back to waterboarding and torture. Many Republican leaders have said, no, that's illegal. You can't do that. So we'll wonder what, and maybe hear what's been going on behind those closed doors. But also his call for sanctuary cities to be denied funding. Right here in Boston, Mayor Walsh says, it's not a sanctuary city. Cambridge is, Somerville is, but he said, I will put undocumented immigrants right in City Hall and protect them. We'll take a look at what other mayors are doing across the country. You've got Oakland, California, Minneapolis, New York, Baltimore, how they're reacting. Also, Kathy Goods is she's on the West Coast, she's going to some fancy food, like what the new foods are. So get ready for ramp crowd. Okay, that's it.
We'll learn about that at noon and so much more on Here and Now. Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
This is Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm David Green.
And I'm Steve Inskeep. Americans said goodbye yesterday to Mary Tyler Moore, who died yesterday at the age of 70. She won 7 Emmy Awards for her work on TV, but that number doesn't quite describe her place in the culture. She played characters to whom many women especially related to and admired. Here's our pop culture correspondent, Linda Holmes.
Who can turn the world on with her smile?
Mary Tyler Moore wasn't just beloved. She was the kind of beloved where they build you a statue. Moore's is in Minneapolis, where her best-known character, Mary Richards of The Mary Tyler Moore Show, worked for the fictional television station WJM. She'd already won 2 Emmys playing Laura Petrie on The Dick Van Dyke Show, but Moore cemented her icon status when Mary Richards walked into that job interview, even if she got off to a rough start with Lou Grant, her soon-to-be boss, who kept a bottle of whiskey in his desk.
Look, miss, I was just about to have a drink and I wouldn't mind some company. Want one?
Oh, no, thank you.
You said I wouldn't mind some company.
Well, all right, I'll have a brandy Alexander.
Mary Richards was not TV's first working woman, or its first woman on her own. But before Mary, if you saw a woman without a partner at the center of a TV comedy, she was probably a widow like Diane Carroll's single mom on Julia, or Lucille Ball on her later show, The Lucy Show. Mary didn't have a living husband, a dead husband, an ex-husband, or even a permanent boyfriend like Marlo Thomas did on That Girl. It wasn't that she didn't want one. Jennifer Cation Armstrong wrote Mary and Lou and Rhoda and Ted, a history of the show. And in 2013, she told NPR how Mary stayed single for so long.
They tried several times. There were dating episodes, and a couple guys lasted more than one episode. Very few, but a couple. I mean, it's sort of touching.
as the audience learned in November 1972, when Mary's mother issued a reminder to her father, and Mary accidentally answered too.
Don't forget to take your pill.
Comedies about single women with all kinds of lives would become staples of both broadcast and cable. Laverne and Shirley, Murphy Brown, Living Single, Sex and the City, and now Girls and Insecure. But Mary and her best friend Rhoda were there first. Mary had bad dates before Rachel and Monica on Friends did. Mary had to get the show on the air before Liz Lemon on 30 Rock did. And Mary struggled with a gruff but loving boss before Leslie Knope on Parks and Recreation did. I talked with Rachel Bloom, the star and co-creator of the CW's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. She told me how watching the Mary Tyler Moore Show in reruns in the 90s really influenced her.
The idea of being funny ingenue, and that she was funny as well as the people around her, and that it was a woman cracking jokes, not just like a woman being the straight man for dudes cracking jokes.
Women mattered behind the scenes of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, too. They had roles as writers and directors, and Moore and her then-husband, Grant Tinker, set up MTM Enterprises to produce the show. You might remember the logo with a mewing cat where the MGM lion would have been. That company produced not just the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Rhoda and Lou Grant, but the Bob Newhart Show, WKRP in Cincinnati, Hill Street Blues, and St. Elsewhere. Minneapolis's Mary Tyler Moore statue was moved indoors in 2015, away from its home on the outdoor Nicollet Mall, to make way for construction. But later this year, it's scheduled to return. And once again, tourists will copy Mary Tyler Moore's pose and throw their hats in the air. Linda Holmes, NPR News.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News.
We're funded by you, our listeners, and by Welch & Forbes, customized investment portfolios, private trustees, and family office services since 1838. WelchForbes.com. And Corey, thoughtful branding and design. You can learn more in their newsletters at Corey.com/contact.
Boston University, this is 90.9 WBUR Boston, 92.7 WBUA Tisbury, and 89.1 WBUH Brewster, online at WBUR.org, and at the new WBUR Listen app for iPhone and Android. WBUR, Boston's NPR news station.
BBC News with Sue Montgomery. The British Prime Minister Theresa May is travelling to the US, where she'll be the first foreign leader to meet President Trump. She'll tell a meeting of Republican congressmen that Britain and America have the chance to lead together again in the world. But Mr. Trump's comments supporting torture look set to make the visit more difficult. He has said he believes it absolutely works. However, Mr. Trump is likely to defer to James Mattis, his defense secretary, as Frank Gardner explains.
General James Mattis is immensely respected. He's listened to, and he may well be one of the sort of sanest voices when it comes to torture in that place. CIA do not want to go back to the days of enhanced interrogation. They got into a lot of trouble under the Obama administration. CIA operatives who were told to do certain things feared that they were going to get prosecuted. They don't want to go down this route again. And Britain definitely does not want to get dragged into this. They've had a judge-led inquiry. They've drawn a line under it. They're not going to get involved in this.
Russia says it's not been consulted by Donald Trump about the possibility of creating safe zones for refugees in Syria. Mr. Trump has restated his support for the idea, fueling speculation he's preparing a specific plan. The Kremlin spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, said new proposals should not add to the problem.
Our American partners did not consult Russia. This was a sovereign decision. It's important this does not make the situation with the refugees worse. It would be best to weigh up all the possible consequences.
The Greek Supreme Court has ruled against the extradition of a group of 8 Turkish soldiers